Hello, welcome to my channel Visa Talks with K. So in today's video, I'll be giving you a step-by-step guide of how to apply for your Switzerland visa from Abuja through the VFS portal. So currently now the VFS has transitioned, and common knowledge already, has transitioned from accepting visa applications directly at the embassy to a new service provider, which is VFS. Well, maybe they are not new, but I think it's up to a year or so now that transition happened. So now Swedish embassy, sorry, the Switzerland embassy in Abuja only accept applications for national type D visas. Yeah, so short term visas are now applied through the VFS. And for you to visit the VFS, you need to, of course, book an appointment. So that's like the first step of your visa application process, which is why you're seeing on your screen the VFS portal where you can begin your application process. I'll be dropping the registration link, or sorry, the application link, the portal link in the description of this video. So first, this is the screen, right, that shows you all the details that you need to be aware of, the type of visas, requirements, and what have you. But then in booking the appointment, once you book the appointment, you also get a checklist of the documents required. So you can either go through this point to check your visa type and what have you, or you just go directly to book the appointment, then you get your explanation. But I advise you, for the sake of this video, I want to make it short, so you can review that yourself before you book the appointment. So booking the appointment, you just click on that tab I earlier clicked on, then you clicked on book now. It takes you to the page where you'll be able to register, if I mean with your email address, and to be able to have access to the portal. But what you're seeing on the screen is already a register. I've already registered before, so I've used it to book appointment for people. So it's a so I don't need to register again. But if you have registered, if you don't have an account, you click on the account, then you click on I don't have an account, then you follow the prompts to be able to create an account. So since you have an account already, I just click on the verification tab and say successful, then I sign in. So this is what the fresh application will look like when you're in from the back end. Then you click on start new booking. So like I'd mentioned, the VFS Service Center in Abuja is the only center where you need to submit your application for Switzerland. You can't submit in Lagos. So if you want to, apply, you have to be at the VFS Service Center in Abuja. So that's why you're seeing only one center here. There are no other centers. Then the appointment category, you click, like you see now, there are no options for study or long-term visas. They are all short-term visas. So for the sake of this video, let me just do a business visa. Yes, so this is where you people get worried. You at most times, because of oversubscription, you won't have the appointment time, but then you can accept the wait list. I'll show you how we were able to use this wait list to actually get appointments still, as we proceed with the video. But just accept the wait list. It takes you to now where you need to fill the visa application proper. So now we've been able to fill the first applicant information. I mean, these are dummy fillings anyway. Then once you fill this correctly, this has to tally with the names on your passport, passport number, ensure everything tallies, passport expiry date, your date of birth, everything. Your phone number has to be your exact phone number. Email address is the email address you have direct access to. All things set and equal, you review if it's okay, and of course you click save to continue. So after you continue, after you click save to continue, the applicant details would fall in. If you have multiple applicants that you want to book for at a time, you click add another applicant, then you follow the step like you did before. If you don't have, you just click continue. Then you notice that the service fee, which is to be paid online when you're booking the appointment, would reflect here, which is 32,000 in the case of Nigeria, 251 naira. But you click continue and to proceed. So on this last page, you review all the applications, or sorry, all the information you provided on your application. If it's okay, you accept. If you'd want to receive further information about the services of VFS Global, you click. If not, you leave it. And you accept that you'll be on the waiting list. So you would be notified when the slot is open for you to book your appointment. You will be notified. So on this part, the notification will come just like what because this is a screenshot of some other person's application that we did, and we're able to get the appointment. So the notification will come like what you're seeing on the screen. Once you get that notification, then you'll be asked to proceed to the portal, your own portal, to now book. So it's not as though once you're on the waiting list, the embassy will book for you. No, you would be notified to proceed to your portal. So once you log into your portal, automatically you will see dates for you to select. Once you select the date, then you can now proceed to fill the application form itself. Again, you can also choose to fill the application form while you are even, after this, once you confirm. So you see the possibility of that. So now your appointment is waited. You can now, go back to the home. Once you go back to the home, you would see where you will be able to edit your form. So once you click on edit, you just click continue online. So this is where you now fill. So it's good that you actually have filled the information as well. So it saves you time. So when you get to the when you get the notice for application to book your appointment, then you can just proceed, without filling the form again. So this form you would fill everything, point by point, hotel addresses and what have you. So you just look at how we'll fill this form now on as we progress. So before we proceed, I would like to mention two things. Remember, when you were booking the appointment, we went into the waiting list. But in the case where there's a date already, you don't, it so it drops automatically. It doesn't give you the option of waiting list. It drops automatically. You book the date, then you proceed now to access the form. So remember, I told you secondly, which is the second point I want to mention. Remember, I told you that when you were booking the appointment, you should double check your first name, last name, gender, birth, nationality, passport number, and the passport expiry date. Yes, you can see now we cannot edit anything. So by implication, if you had booked your appointment already, all these details will reflect on the form, which is what you cannot edit. So that's why it's good that you double check. In case where there are errors, you can choose to request the visa officer, sorry, the VFS officer to help you edit at the point of submission if you are lucky. But to avoid those stress and those hassles, ensure that the right details are represented on your form while you're filling them. So for this, since we can't edit, we just save and continue. Also note that, so this is the second section here. Oh, note that these forms actually time out. So if you're not quick to fill the information, it times out and you have to log in all over again. So we'll proceed to fill the information. Some information are automatically filled by the system. So we'll proceed to provide other information as per what the system is requiring. So once you've been able to fill your passport details, this is what it looks like. Remember, this is dummy filling, so stick to what is applicable to your place of birth. Is the place of birth that is reflecting on your international passport data page. Your nationality, you mentioned same. Applicant ID number, you leave it blank. Passport number, double check is correct, and other details. If you're sure, then you just save and continue. Okay, so now you're able to put the application details here, your address, ensure that everything is correctly filled, email address, occupation, select appropriately, the phone number, the email, the address of the employer. Let me just change this. I think there was an error. Then the phone number of the employer, every other thing. If your fingerprint has been collected before, you say yes. If it's not, then you say no. If you say yes, you need to provide further details, of when it was collected and how it was collected. So if you say no, you just proceed with the application itself. So you save and continue. So here is where you put your travel details, purpose of travel, additional information of where you're going, if you've gotten travel insurance and all that. So we'll just fill this accordingly. So as you can see now, I've entered the travel details. For this additional information, I just made this very plain. But what I would advise you to do is you indicate the purpose of your visit. So you're traveling for a business, based on a business invitation. You name the name of the company and the duration of the company and the purpose of the visit. So you're traveling for based on a business invitation to discuss XYZ business proposals or business engagement, invited by so 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 company from so 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 date to so 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 date. Then for the multiple entry visas, number of entry, you can do multiple, you can do one, you can do two. Doesn't matter. Even if when you do multiple, they can still give you one single entry, so it doesn't matter. If your visa has been issued for the last, if you've been issued visas for the last 3 years, you said yes, that's Schengen visas. If it's not, you said no. Then if of course travel insurance is compulsory, so you always say yes, that you have travel insurance. Then you just click on save and continue. So for the accommodation details, it becomes tricky because it depends on who is inviting you. So if you are using an hotel, you click that. If you're using if an organization is inviting you, which is in this case, so most times for people that are doing hotel, you understand. So that people that are going for tourism. So look at the information. You input the name, address, postal code, or what have you, email address, the street address, all the details that you'll be needing to provide for the hotel. You need to provide if you're invited, if you're just using an hotel. But if you're invited by an organization, which is of course which is what the business visa is, you list the details of the organization and the persons inviting. So let me just do a dummy filling and you'll see how this is done. So for the accommodation details, this has what has been filled, and you look at the postcode, everything. So anywhere that there's an asterisk red sign, you need to fill so that that is filled correctly. So after you've done that, you click save and continue. So on this next page, which is the additional details page, you just look at, of course, you're not applying for a transit visa, so you say no. You leave this place blank because you're hosted by the hotel. But if you're hosted by someone else, you can mention the person's name. So the name of host company or hotel, we mention the hotel, dummy fillings everywhere, address, host fax, the host email address, which of course which is the hotel email address. Then you enter the date of arrival and date of departure. Automatically, this gives you it populates itself automatically, and that's 8 days. You select the options of who's bearing the cost for the travel, if it's by you, by others, or by their host, but then just by the applicant. So you click and you continue. Then cost of living and travel. So you can leave it if you have selected others, yeah, then you need to fill the space. But if not, just leave it. Then applicants means of support, all expenses covered during the stay. You can also have other options, cash, credit card, accommodation provided. Depends on what is what's applicable to your case. Then the Schengen state of first arrival. So most times people get this wrong. So for instance, if you're traveling through Germany, you won't get to Switzerland first. So for instance, if your airline is Lufthansa will definitely go to Frankfurt, and from there you will be stamped in. So that's your first point of entry. So rather than putting Switzerland, you just type Germany. So you look at your flight itinerary and know where the first port of entry is. If it's Italy, if it's because you necessarily might not have direct flights, from your home country to Switzerland. So you will always connect somewhere, into the Schengen area. So you look at your itinerary and this is Germany if you're flying through Lufthansa. So you can see it's times out, so you have to also be fast. So yeah, you look at the itinerary and advise, where your first entry is. Country of destination, of course, Switzerland. Cost covered by inviting persons. If it's yes, you say yes. If it's no, you say no. So on this point, this page is always blank, so you are free to type. So this is what I just typed here. All expenses covered by the applicant. So once you're done with this, is that you review your application, which takes you back again to the first eligibility criteria, which is this stage. Or if you're sure with your application, you just save and continue. Then this is where it asks you, are you sure you want to submit? So you need to review your application first, ensure that everything is okay. Everything is okay, you just say yes. So upon clicking that, you'll be able to now see where you can either edit the form, delete the form, or download the form. You need to look at this instruction. The visa application form for applicants must be completed, to book an appointment. The updated visa application form will be available approximately 15 minutes after submission. So it takes 15 minutes after submission before you can actually access this download. So now you've been able to see how to book the appointment and also be on the waiting list and also how to fill the form. So you can decide to manage applications, through this tab that you're seeing here, or you can decide to, just review your information again to be sure that everything is okay in case you want to edit. So these are the practical steps of how you can book, apply for the Swiss visa application from Nigeria through VFS portal. If you get the confirmation, you would always see the checklist of documents you need to provide. It comes automatically as you book the appointment or as you get your appointment confirmed. That checklist is sent to your email directly. So that would guide you on how to, book the appointment. You see also how to actually prepare your applications rather for submission. I've done several videos. I have like two, three, I think two videos around Swiss visa approval. We've done this. We've gone visas for up to 4 persons, over time. Swiss visa. So you will also be seeing at the end note here, you would see some of the videos that success stories of how visas were gotten. So lastly, because I don't want to clog the portal, I want to create access to other people, for people to have access, because now I'm on the waiting list. I'm taking a space that I don't need. So I'll have to just delete the form so that other persons would have unhindered access, to the booking system. Okay, so now that I've been able to delete the form, I need to also cancel the waiting list so that again I create that space for people, that need it to just cancel so that I'm off the waiting list and that space becomes also free. So you can see now there are no more applications, for me to play with also. So thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.